So to extend on your point, Steve, in regards to the safety and guidelines that were approved by Ohio State players and families, and I've heard the same feedback from other groups of players on other teams in regards to evaluating how their particular school and program is handling the situation in a positive vein. I don't care where we go in college football. We can go to Los Angeles, a major market, or we can go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or Manhattan, Kansas. Once those players are in those facilities, it's the same environment. As long as the safety and health guidelines are consistent and they're thorough and executed, you can keep players on the practice field outside, inside, in a weight room, in a study hall, online classes, in game rooms, bowling, playing ping pong, playing video games, and in their living quarters. And that's pretty much where they're going to be, in the cafeteria, eating together and with, again, personnel that has been tested and approved and passed. I just don't see where they're not safer playing football within that environment than they are just as students.
On campus, with an open campus with other students, and there's no liability there apparently. And
yep,
that was what Gene Smith said. There's well, this football has contact, and you know what? So does regular college. Regular college also has plenty of contact. So I don't see the big difference there. And again, players are being tested way more than the biology class, or way more than a local bar is being tested. So it's. The original talk was, how can you have football when you don't have students on campus? And now it's turned to, how can you have no football and yet you can have students on campus? Those two things that doesn't make any sense either. I think that makes much less sense than having football with no students on campus, because that makes football safer to have all of these students on campus. And you just, you know what? It's safe, but then to consider football not safe when there is so much more testing, but it's okay for the players to then go to classes, and classes are safe. Football isn't. Football gets tested. Classes don't. Whatever. I don't know.
The other 2 points I keep running into, guys, is one being that, okay, there are possible, maybe probable long-term impact to contracting the virus. Playing spring football. How much more are we going to know about the long-term impacts of this virus playing spring football? What difference is that going to make? Seemed to me none.
Yeah, you've hit a perfect hit the nail right on the head. I don't know that, in the column that I wrote, so is it going to be safe in the winter and spring of 2021 or the fall of 2021, or do we wait until 2025? Do we have to have a vaccine for the coronavirus? Do the numbers just need to go down a little bit? And, there could be a spike in the next several months to take it even beyond where it's at right now, and they wouldn't play then, I wouldn't think. So I get Ryan Day came out and was really gung-ho about the idea of playing football in February and March, I guess, was maybe his idea, was practice in January and then maybe play an 8-game season in February or March. I think that has some drawback to it. Anything we come up with is going to have drawback to it at this point. What are you really playing for? Are those exhibition games, or are they, for a, quote, Big Ten championship of some sort? Does the winner go play the Pac-12 spring champion in a May 15 Rose Bowl or something? I know we're in the infancy stages of having to address this, but one, we don't know that it's going to be any different or better in the span of 4 months to where you can start practice. And two, why would you have a new quarterback, either Stroud or Miller, presumably? Although McCord, the other guy, the 2021 guy, would probably enroll as well and go through the January practice as well. Maybe he steals it. I don't know. Why would you select a quarterback and then put them in harm's way in March and risk them breaking their leg and not being able to play in the real games in September, October, November, December, and January, when you may have a chance. This is, they're going to be like a lot of teams. We're focused on Ohio State and everything that's going to be swept aside, like Justin Fields, Sean Wade, and maybe Josh Myers and Wyatt Davis, and the juniors that are going to the pros, and certainly the seniors. I mean, maybe some of them would come back. I don't know if Tuck Borland would come back for a 6th year. Would Justin Hilliard come back for a 7th year? I don't know. Hard to say. I guess Borland would only be 5th year. I guess maybe he's a 4-year senior. I don't know. But at any rate, a lot of schools are going to be in the same boat, where they're going to have 40 new freshmen, basically 2 classes of freshmen that have never played, and a complete vacuum of upperclassmen who have played, who are gone. You may only have 5 starters back from your 2019 team to play in 2021. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. But I think it's going to be that way for everybody. But I don't know. I don't know what's gained by playing in February and March, other than getting some seasoning for those young guys who've never played. Ryan Day was gung-ho to get established that that's what we're going to do, because he wants to be able to go out and tell Jack Sawyer and these other 2021 guys, hey, you get graduated in December, we'll have you on the field playing in live games in February and March. That type thing. The prospect is there for you to play in February and March. And so that's kind of a carrot that he can resurrect his recruiting around if they allow that. But again, I think experience depth. I don't know. It's going to be a weird year.